Howdy doody. Welcome to Slifer Red Special Ed. And this is Blue Eyes White Jonathan here. Showing off another quick deck profile. This is actually the second deck I ever built. However, this one, unlike the vegan deck, has gone through several revisions over time. This is going to be my Blue Eyes deck. It's not it's not really a competitive Blue Eyes deck, but more so just as pure as can be, which you'll find is something I do sort of drift towards in deck design. I do drift towards more pure archetypal deck builds. I don't usually use a whole lot of hand traps, right? There's not really any hand traps in this deck, just like you didn't see any in the last deck profile. That doesn't mean I never use them, though. And it really is just a deck designed to summon out all of the different iterations of Blue Eyes, just as pure as can be. So, of course, we start off with 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon. I want to update these to 3 copies of the original Blue Eyes art. I think that would be pretty cool. That would be my favorite art. Haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, these, it's in the name, Blue Eyes. Then we have 3 Sage with Eyes of Blue. It can help search you a tuner, and it's a tuner itself, because little did I know when I was first building the Blue Eyes deck, Blue Eyes is kind of a synchro deck. Got our 3 Protector with Eyes of Blue, 2 White Stone. I know they have another White Stone. I don't think I run that one. 2 Master, 2 Maiden. Not really. I mean, I don't think you should really run too many copies of Maiden. Maybe 1 in general, but I have 2 copies anyway. Yet again, a tuner. That is the end of our tuner. So we got a million of them. We've got like 1 of each, except for the less cool White Stone. We don't have that one. Then we do run 2 alternative Blue Eyes White Dragons. Easy special summon if you have a Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand. I know it has another handy dandy effect. Let's see. Yeah, you get to target a monster your opponent controls and destroy it. Of course, all these other tuner guys, have effects. But that's too much reading for now. I also have a Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. Good for good support for your ritual summons. I think it might have. Does it have a fusion thing too? Yes, adds a ritual spell or polymerization, so that's pretty dandy. I don't think I run polymerization, but maybe I should, run 1 copy of that. I used to. Blue Eyes Solid Dragon, simply here because it is another one of the Blue Eyes iterations. I don't think anybody plays this guy anymore, though. Have a Kaiba Man. Nobody plays him, right? Don't play him if you're trying to build competitive, but I couldn't resist. Finally, we have here the Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Blue Eyes Jet Dragon seems to be the primary focus of most modern Blue Eyes builds. I have him in here because he's cool. I really liked the jet from the movie. I thought that was pretty cool. Then we do have Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. I did make sure that this is possible to summon out in the deck, because how could I not? Not good by any means, but it is iconic. Moving on to our 2 rituals, we have Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon and Black Luster Soldier. Originally, I had this focus more towards the fusions, and it is still, but I had to have Black Luster Soldier in there for fusion purposes, and I figured, well, why the heck not play Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon? It is the best Blue Eyes ritual, and it's just a great ritual monster in general. Then we have 3 copies of our field spell, Mausoleum of White. I think it has something to do with our tuners. Yeah, you get to normal summon a level 1 light tuner in addition to your normal summon, and target do normal, it does stuff. Ultimate Fusion, I think I used to have 3 copies of Polymerization. Maybe there was a Necro Fusion in there somewhere. Maybe I'd take out 1 for a regular Polymerization, but that's our archetypal fusion spell. Bingo Machine Go, another great search spell. Maybe you'd up it to 3. I think Majesty doesn't really do too much. Yeah, maybe I'd move that down to 1, just prevents a monster from attacking. Burst Stream of Destruction, Vision with Eyes of Blue, and a Beacon of White, just to round off the rest of our one-ofs. Vision with Eyes of Blue being one of the newer cards. I just don't know if it's a 3-of. Then we have a Terraforming for that Mausoleum of White, Chaos Form for our Ritual monsters, and a Rage with Eyes of Blue. Don't play that card. I believe it brings out 3 blue eyes, and you can't do much else. Oh yeah, banish this card and as many cards as possible from your hand, field, and graveyard face down. Special summon up to 3 copies of blue eyes from your deck. Cannot normal or special summon monsters the turn you activate this card, except Blue Eyes White Dragon. So it's really just, it's terrible. Yeah. But I had to. I thought it was pretty cool. And then we have our 1 trap. I don't remember what the trap does. Unaffected by card effects. Protects you from battle. And it has a great dandy graveyard effect to recycle this guy. That is our main deck. I realize in general, a lot of deck profiles will have more of an overview on the individual cards and leave less of a mess on the table. However, it's pretty basic stuff. It's blue eyes. This is just a quick deck profile of, a blue eyes deck that isn't necessarily the most competitive, but it will allow you to bring out Dragon Master Knight, requiring Black Luster Soldier and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. We also have the other fusions. We have Blue Eyes Twin Burst. I think it attacks twice and banishes. Yeah, it sure does. We have the Neo Blue Eyes. I don't think I ever really used that. Alternative Ultimate. The alternative to Ultimate. And then we have, for the Xyz, just simply because they're 8s, we have the Galaxy Eyes package of Xyz monsters. And then, like I was saying, Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon, a new fella. Like I was saying, you saw all those tuners, way too many tuners. It's kind of a synchro strategy, even though they really only have 2 synchro monsters in their archetype. But that is the deck. I didn't mention this in the last video, but I'll be sure to include it in both of these and all future videos. I will include the overall price of the deck at the end of the video, just so you can kind of price things out, kind of see, if it's in your budget. But yeah, so that's my second deck I ever built. It's kind of, not this version. This version is not the second deck I ever built. The second deck I ever built was one that included Interplanetary Purpley Thorny Dragon, which I might put back in just because I love that card. And next up, we'll do a Toon deck profile, since that was the third deck I ever built. And the first time I actually really, really, really went in depth on trying to build it perfect. First try. That also has gone through some revisions. But after that, who knows? Leave in the comments, what sort of deck profile you'd like to see. Like I said in the last video, I do have 2 briefcases, a little over 2 briefcases full of decks. So let me know. What you'd like to see, and we'll see. Adios.